Hey, sleepy guy here. I am not a doctor. I don't work in the medical profession, and I don't work for or are compensated by any companies mentioned in these videos. I will not diagnose or recommend procedures. My hope is to share my experiences over the last 4 years of trial and error, positives, negatives, and hopefully help anyone who's looking for honest personal experience. See the description for links to topics discussed and for ways to support my sleep apnea project. Thank you. Hey everybody, Sleepy Guy here. Let's talk sleep apnea. About 4 years ago is when I started my journey with sleep apnea. At that time, I looked up on YouTube to try to find some videos on people's experiences with sleep apnea. How was their condition before and what kind of procedures they did, and how is their condition now. I couldn't find really anything um, good on that. The only ones I could really find were clinical videos that pretty much just promoted a procedure or something like that, and that's not what I was looking for. So hopefully this video will give you the information I could not find. Who do I hope to help? Anyone with sleep apnea is looking for information. Like I said before, when I started this project 4 years ago, I couldn't find really anything on YouTube that was helpful. Gave me the information that I was looking for. So I decided now to make that, and that's what this video is. And hopefully, anybody who has questions or um, wants to learn about sleep apnea, hopefully this will be a good resource, or hopefully they'll learn something from these videos. At the start of this whole thing, I actually did something good, and I was using a Fitbit to measure my sleep and my heart rate, using it as a sleep monitor. So I've got some great data, through this whole thing, and we'll review it all as we go. We'll look at what was it after the sleep study? How was my sleep going by the numbers, by the raw data? How was it after each step, each procedure, or each piece of equipment that I've used? So we'll be able to see the actual raw data to show what helped and what maybe didn't, or things like that. The first in the series of 5 videos that I'll be making will be on sleep apnea's definition. How is it defined? What causes it? Who can get it? What it does to you physically and mentally, and just kind of go from there with a straight baseline of sleep apnea and what is it. The next video will be on the sleep study itself. I'll talk about any concerns or worries that I had before going into it. I'll describe what I went through, their procedures, things that happened. Then we'll talk about when I got home and, overall how I felt about the whole sleep test experience in the hospital. Also, we'll look at the data I actually got, and what it showed, and that will be the beginning, basically, of CPAP. The next video will be on a CPAP machine called Resmed 11. We'll talk about the machine, what it can do, what I liked about it, what worked, what didn't work, how the overall experience pretty much went. And of course, we'll look at the data numbers to see how I was doing before CPAP and to see how I was doing after. The next video then will be on the Inspire device. I'm sure you've seen those on TV. Hey Phil, where's your hose? Those are kind of funny. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the decisions to make it, who it helps, any testings prior to the procedure, which there are some, and we'll talk about how the procedure went, and recovery after that. And again, we'll look at the data and see how I've been doing with the Inspire device. And the next video will be on a procedure called Vivaer or Vivaer. I'm not sure. Vivaer is how it's spelled. This is an in-office procedure done by an ear, nose, and throat doctor. Yeah, I'll talk about what it does, what it's supposed to do, did it help, and again, we'll look at the data numbers to see if that improved my conditions at all. So I hope you enjoy these. I hope they're not too boring. I know I'm a boring person. I'm very average and dull and monotone. I know that, but just hang in there. Hopefully, you can get a laugh at me and pick something up.